let's do it. My experience with MS, how it actually changed the way I perceive things. So I'm gonna start with my story when back at college in the winter. I think it was of March or February. I've been feeling numbness in my lower body. It started from my left side, and then it went up, and I couldn't raise my, I think it was my left arm. And then I started feeling numb in my right arm, and yeah, it was really strange. Uh, and then I had to see a neurologist. Of course, these people are busy. They have a lot to handle. My symptoms were just getting worse and worse. And I remember I had to, the relapse, the flare up that lasted, uh, I think it took something like a week or so, or even more, and got worse and worse. And I remember it was really bad. I was brought to the hospital, got a set of MRI, brain scans, and blood tests, spinal tap. Sure, there was my neurologist, but there were a lot of people. Their diagnosis was MS. The neurolog just came to me, and when I was in my room in the hospital, and yeah, things were kind of scary, I guess, at the time. What's worse than knowing you have something and it's not going well is that you don't know you have something going wrong and it's going worse and worse. So, yeah, at least he gave me the name. He told me it was MS, multiple sclerosis, which I was thinking that when he told me that it's MS, but don't worry, it's gonna be fine. There is billions of dollars that are invested into research, and you know that speech that doctors give to their patients just to reassure them that what they have is incurable. They don't have an answer, but it's gonna come. But yeah, I didn't know what MS was at the time. So, I mean, it wasn't something I got worried about. But yet, when I looked it up in the internet and I saw all the negative stuff out there, I was kind of scared. I mean, it's part of the process of seeing what is actually going on and what is happening. Multiple sclerosis is a disease where the cells or some of the immune cells go wrong and attack the sheath covering the nerves called the myelin sheath. To keep going with my story, the diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, and then I had to stay to the hospital something like 5 days and some steroids or cortisol to calm the inflammation that was going on in my brain and spinal cord. Yeah, I stayed at the hospital something like 5 days to a week, so they could watch me, and meaning nurses, the doctors. I was really taken care of. And I went back to school. Then I went, I think, actually kind of a little bit insane or crazy. This you maybe bring later. But I was living in my head and I wasn't seeing things as they should. Diagnosed this young, you're actually kind of feeling powerless and lost and so weak, maybe. And it can be a tragic thing, but over time, you have to grow. You have to get past through it and become a stronger version of yourself. And that's that. And never despair. Sure, it's not easy. It's not simple. Simple. I really looked for that word. Simple. Staples. Make it easy. Okay. Sometimes I can get actually quite random. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in the video, but it'd be nice. Like I was saying, I was feeling kind of lost. I was doing other things than just simply going to school and study. I mean, music college, it's awesome, you know? You're already living the dream. I was actually quite fortunate to have parents who really supported me to go through those kinds of studies, music studies. They stayed open-minded and everything. Even if I went to study music in music college, and I'm truly grateful of it. Although I think I know, I can say that I do not know. Although I think I know, I can say that I don't know. Finding a purpose is truly important. For sure, it's a never-ending process. Even if I think it's music for me, I'm still looking because I don't think there's an end. Is the diagnosis something that I needed to make me who I am? I think the diagnosis is part of my story. It helped me grow as who I am, and made me more of who I am, and I am grateful for it. Next, I think as we grow older, life gets harder. As you become older, and even if you're disabled, it doesn't mean you're done. And being disabled, it can also be a stronger motivator to do something after all. Because our next scene doesn't matter, our vision of life makes the only difference within us. I mean, I've seen someone who's like, I think she was 28 and she has Parkinson's disease. Am I sad for her? I don't know. She seems happy. She seems happier than a lot of people having all their health. That is really weird. That some people who are actually ill doing far worse than somebody who's complaining and being healthy but still complaining. I think that what matters is how much you can feel free, how much you can feel yourself, how much you can feel like you can flourish, being yourself. Because people that complain and are negative, I think that's because they're not being authentic. They're not following their own ways. They're not being themselves. And they never allowed that to enter for too long. And what happens is, once you forget it and grow older and older forgetting it, it doesn't get better. It doesn't fade away, but you kind of forget it because your subconscious mind, in some way, if I can say, I'm not a psychologist, but your subconscious mind then just thinks maybe, oh, okay, you get used to just pushing something away, or some things away. But if you push them too much, then it becomes normal, but it's not, because your brain, your body remembers that. It remembers that your true nature is not being a banker, it's being, I don't know, maybe a writer or an artist, but it's important to know what you are, and it takes time. And no, don't get frustrated because other people think you cannot be that because it doesn't allow this amount of freedom. Who dictates your life in the end? I think it's important to have a purpose because in the end, when your body is not functioning as it used to, then you start waking up more maybe, and then you start doing what matters because you don't have time to waste. I just want to put this out there because maybe someone who's my age or maybe even younger is going through this wall, and I want to spread this message hoping that it can make a difference. It's hard, even that you can feel so alone sometimes, and it's so intimidating because you can't even anticipate what is going to happen. The future is so mysterious. It's scary when you see all the negative stuff out there on the internet, and there is a lot of it out there. Believe me, you can easily be influenced by the negative stuff out there, and maybe you don't have the good fortune to be surrounded with positive people, and it can influence you to go downhill even if you look fine from the outside. Making myself laugh helped a lot with dealing with my anxiety problems because it makes me feel more at ease with the MS diagnosis, although I still have to use my technical help sometimes for my safety. But guess what? I don't use the wheelchair as often as I used to. There is always something positive we can find out there. Once again, I encourage everyone who is going through a similar situation to remember they can, and nothing is stopping them from doing something awesome. So keep hoping. Multiple sclerosis is not something that will hold me from doing something I would really like to do. It is pushing me in a way where I don't want to feel a greater attachment towards what is untold. In other words, I won't let MS dictate who I'll become. Although my MS story plays a part in my life, it is such a small part of it. Sure, I have to change all I have planned before, but MS doesn't stop me from trying, right? Multiple sclerosis is so variable from person to person, but I believe that maybe there is a lot to do with the power behind the mind and being positive. Yeah, sure, sometimes I have bad days, but everybody has them anyways, and also good days, which are the best. MS has a MS has a modulatory role in the way it made me change my view of life. I think it's good to have fun, but not only that, our mere existence is made so that we can find a purpose, our calling, and not, no, I don't think we can figure ourselves entirely out. Anyways, enough of me trying to go somewhere else with my explanations. For someone, a relapse could mean the loss of vision for a certain period of time, while for someone else with MS, it could involve speech or slurred speech and some numbness. One could develop disability over time, while someone else would end up normal in his entire lifetime, which is great but so sad at the same time. This is why I truly recommend positivity, laughter, or maybe even crying if you need to, and to bring some of your feelings out there. People with MS are more likely to develop depression over time, so it is important to do everything to avoid that, because as you may know, MS has a tendency to make everything worse when the body has another thing to handle as well. Also, it is so important to keep exercise into one's life because it is not only good for the mood but also reduces chances of having depression. If you like something, also it is still important to keep exercise into one's life. If you like something and want to do it, then don't don't shy away, do it. Having a purpose makes us more human, and we can't be truly ourselves without a deep meaning in our lives. You don't have to get bored and do only one thing, just look where you can be interested and feel free to be yourself. If you actually want to talk with someone, don't wait and don't let the negative thought patterns get into your mind. Forget that you are actually this person, um, because in the end we all are humans. If you guys are like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, it would really mean a lot. And if you have any suggestions in regards of MS, or maybe what I should do in a next video, leave it in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer and do something with it. So within that, see ya in the next one. Thank you so much.